Yo, Cronius Customs here on a Cronius Custom. So I have been away for a while. I've been on holiday to Morocco. Just came back a few days ago, and I think right about now it's a good time to say long time no see, because I've been quite busy and low on resources and ideas, and just as it's the summer holiday now, it's been quite a rocky road trying to catch up with what my agenda was before the holiday even started. So here's Ellie from The Last of Us. As you can see, the quality of the figure is quite good. It's my first painted face. The only thing that isn't painted is the eyes, and the entire figure is practically painted except the eyes, which is quite an achievement for me, seeing as my last custom, which was I think Khan and also Hitman, they were just painted slightly. For example, Hitman, it was only his tie, and then with Khan it was only his symbol for the Enterprise. But yeah, so for those of you who haven't heard of The Last of Us, it's a game that was made for the PlayStation, and it's generally based in a post-apocalyptic world, based in America basically. And so she's the girl that you see on the she's like one of the main protagonists, with an older guy called what's his name, called Joel or Joe. I don't know how to pronounce it because I haven't really played the game yet, but there's been a lot of hype about it and saying that it's the best game of 2013, all that kind of stuff, although it's 2014 now. People still talking about it, so that's a sign that it's a very good game. So I chose to make a figure mainly because of that, and because loads of other people have made ones as well. So this figure, if you've been on my Flickr page, I did make a previous version which wasn't as detailed, and I had to redo the whole figure. So for example, you can see this torso here. This is the one that I was generally going to use before, and it does have a bit of weathering, and before then I didn't have any black paint, so it was a bit of a problem. But here I now had black paint, and so I could paint the palm trees on there a lot more clearly. And on this version I also had to put one palm tree because I used a permanent marker, which wasn't as good. But yeah, so had a lot of inspiration from Michael MGF and all other people that I've seen on Flickr and YouTube, and I kind of thought that it's quite easy to make. I have all the pieces and I can make my own twist on it, and it was also another excuse to get me back on YouTube. So yeah, and so there's a few things that I did about this figure which are for certain reasons. For example, the gun is just one of those Jankovic pistols, but I sort of modified it a bit to make it look like a M9 or something like that. So we're gonna have a look at the figure now in the showcase. So here's the close-up of Ellie. As you can see, it's the same thing as you've seen before, but there's a lot of differences as you turn it. So there's the pistol that I was talking about. I sort of sanded it down a bit and to make it more square and all that kind of stuff. But the figure itself was one of the hardest ones I've ever done, because I had to redo the torso say 3, 4, 5 times. This including my first try and then I tried it again and then again, because it's quite hard to get those little details on there, and that sort of made me realise how skilled people like Michael MGF, JP07, all that kind of stuff. And I hope to be along one of the lines of someone like that. As my name is Cronius Customs, I'm going to come up with a lot more customs and make them a lot more recent to things that are actually coming out, as I don't want to be left behind. So yeah, and I'll try to make my own ideas rather than just getting a whole heap of inspiration from other people, although that's a good thing, and a lot of the time you have to try not to copy. It's best not to, and I tried my best to not copy anyone's ideas. So yeah, so the figure, as you can see, the torso, it has two palm trees, and then it has white lines and then 3 blue lines below it, and I think it's supposed to be some sort of holiday, sorry, the phone, if you can hear that, so the lines, that's like water, and then this section here is like the sun set with palm trees, and I think I did a good job executing that, seeing as I haven't really done many customs. I have done a few that I haven't shown you, so please like my Flickr page. I'll do a link in the description below. Please follow me. I have 86 followers, which just vary depending on, it's mostly about Lego and customizers, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so with this torso, I try not to copy anyone else's, so I sort of put it in a different position to everyone else, and of course you have to make it the same because it has to be accurate to the actual game, but I sort of tried to come up with a few ideas myself. I didn't really put the backpack on it, seeing as I'm thinking of making this my version 1, then I might buy some brick arms and a backpack and everything, so I can make it a lot better. And so as I said before, everything on this figure is painted except the eyes. The face was originally a Luke head, which was from the past ones, which also came in the visual dictionary and all that kind of stuff from the previous one, and I sort of rubbed off the mouth, the eyebrows and everything, and I painted it. Of course, because it was a male head, I had to do a few changes. So for example, the eyes, they would just circle, and I made a little lines coming off it to make it look more female. Maybe it looks a bit like kohl or eyeliner or something. And the mouth I painted is sort of like a open mouth, and the eyebrows also painted. She also has the slit in her eyebrows just there, and it was quite hard doing this, seeing as I had to use paintbrushes and sort of make it as thin as I could and then sort of brush it. But although it was quite hard, it was quite fun, and I enjoyed it quite a lot. And as you can see, there's a lot of weathering on the hands and on the back of the torso and everything. And although you may be thinking other people painted on the backpack, but I was thinking, because this hairpiece doesn't go too far down, I might get a tiny tactical backpack or something to sort of sand it down to make it flat, and then sort of do that. I also was gonna do a showcase of both Ellie and Joel, but turns out when I went to Morocco, I came back and I totally forgot where it was. So I'll probably do that separately and then do a showcase of both of them together. And I'm also thinking of making one of the zombies from the game. I think they're not actually zombies, they're just people infected with some fungus virus type thing, and makes the head all bulge out and all that kind of stuff, which will probably be quite fun because all that kind of stuff you have to put on it, and you don't really have to draw any eyes, you just draw the mouth and all that bulging stuff on their head, and a lot of battle damage and scratches, all that kind of stuff. So I might make one of those. I just need to get the resources. I bought some clay, but it's dried out because I sort of left it open when I was on holiday. But yeah, and the gun that I gave her actually has sort of smudged a bit, but here, but it was one of those pump sort of things, or pistols, that the Lego group gave to Jango Fett and Boba Fett. No, Boba Fett got a blaster with a lightsaber hilt attached to it. But yeah, so I sanded it down to make it more square, and like there you can see it's more square. So I did that, and then it sort of helped a lot, and then I painted it black to resemble an M9 or a shotgun or something. And yeah, so this figure is really nice. I painted the hair to match the eyebrows as well. It was already brown, but I just thought might as well. And also I painted some shoes on with the white soles, which looks really nice. And my battery's gonna run out, so I have to finish this quick. So the hands have a lot of weathering on it, and the face also had some blood, scratches and everything, because she has some in the actual game. Although it's more exaggerated on the actual game, I tried it out with that, and I kind of thought it sort of messed up the head a bit, sort of looked like rosy cheeks, so I sort of left it. And also you can see that the sleeves, you have the red and the blue. I painted the blue onto the red because I kind of thought it would be quite hard, providing the acrylic paint that I have, it would be quite dull and it won't really stand out that much. But I put some weathering over that, and the weathering goes all the way around the figure, so it's even on the sides here, and that's something that I don't usually think of doing, as this one, for example, I didn't even do it. I just well, I did it a little bit, but I kind of avoided doing that. But yeah, so this figure, one of the best ones I've made so far, as it has a lot of detail, and a lot of high profile people on YouTube who make customs have done one. So I hope I get a nice rating, and please comment, subscribe, because I've only got 25 at the moment, and I've had a lot of good comments at the moment. And my Flickr page, I also set up a Facebook page as well, so I'll start putting that in the description for all my videos, so you can check that out. And usually those are the things that get updated quick. So usually, because I haven't updated any videos, everything that I've been doing is mostly been up there rather than actually on YouTube, because it's kind of hard to make updates over and over again, and it was kind of easier for me to just post pictures and make a big description and everything. And also I had no internet in Morocco, so even if I did have a few figures, I couldn't really video anything. So thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to my videos.